Ava, thank you for being here. I'm just going to be here to introduce the purpose of these 2 days to you. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what you are going to be doing, because basically the whole program, the whole school is involved in different types of programs. And for you, the grade 10 and 11 students, we made a separate program because you're simply in a different part of your school career and your personal life. So we wanted to make sure that we designed something for you that would be helpful and inspirational, hopefully. So a couple of months ago we launched a sustainability project in the school, and the whole point of that project was that I don't think it's very easy for any of us to deny that action needs to be taken right now. And we can wait for politicians to do that, and we can wait for big corporations to do that, and we can wait for the town council to do that. But if we have to wait for all of those people, we might be too late. So the pressure is on, and why don't we just take it upon ourselves to make the first steps and give the right example? You know that in October, the UN climate panel produced a report that basically said that temperature rise will surpass 1.5 degrees. And if we do not do anything rapidly and far-reaching, then basically we're going to have a huge problem on our hands. Thank you for joining us on time. So if we want to keep the temperature rise between or below 1.5 degrees Celsius, we have to take unprecedented action. Like I said, we don't have to do that all now or yesterday on a global scale. It means that we can also start thinking about how to make a great transition in our own personal lives, in our working lives, in our school careers, in our academic careers, etc., etc. What does it mean to be sustainable? What does it mean to have a sustainable household? What does it mean to perhaps engage with sustainability in the first job that you will have after you leave university? Those are all questions that we can explore together during the next 2 days. And of course, as a school, how do we have to make more sustainable choices? In the past couple of months, several things have already been put in motion. So there have been workshops for students and staff. We've been told by the management all of the efforts that they're already undertaking to make our school a greener school, which is a good thing because we don't actually notice all of that work going into making the great transition as a school. Does it mean that we don't have to do anything and we can just let the school leadership do all of the work by themselves? Of course not. So this is why the festival and the sustainability project were born. Now, basically, the last 2 bullet points in bold, big fat letters is what these 2 days are all about. So we would like to inspire and equip you, grades 10 and 11, to make the great transition and also be leaders in making that great transition in your personal lives, now, whilst you're still in school, but also later when you're going to go and study and work. And we also want to bring people from the local community together and introduce you, because there might be a lot that you can learn from them, and their ideas and their insights and their experiences with sustainability in their working lives and their personal lives might be good examples for you to use. So, in the middle school, we decided to focus on things that you can change quickly and easily. So, what are the choices that we now make in our households, in our families, during our holidays, that maybe we can change easily to more sustainable choices? That's what the middle school students are going to be engaging with. But for you, we wanted to tap into your passions, your interests, the subject choices that you chose for DP next year, in case you're a grade 10 student, and also the subject choices that you've already been studying this year if you're a DP1 student. So what we've done for you, and this is where we come to the program that you're going to be part of in the next 2 days, is that we've invited a range of experts from all sorts of different fields, walks of life, who basically come to share with you some of their experiences and their insights into what sustainability actually really is. What is it that they do, not as an afterthought or a tick boxing exercise? What is it that they do that's at the core of their practice that makes them a sustainable company or a sustainable organization? What is it that they do to encourage others to follow that example? So we don't want it to be an artificial add-on. We want them to teach us how sustainability can be instrumental and integral to your business practice, for example. You already have some ideas of a problem that could be solved with a sustainable solution. Keep it in the back of your mind, because you might be choosing that to focus on in your own business case. You'll notice that before in front of your name, you'll have A or A1 or B or B1. Those letters and numbers indicate what team you're going to be working in on the business case. Those teams are taken from different subject packages, different guest lecture sessions, so that you can bring all those different skills and all that disciplinary knowledge to the table and sort of try and solve the business case as a multidisciplinary team. A quick talk through some of our guest speakers. We have somebody coming in from the Alliance for Responsible Denim. She also works at Amsterdam University, and she's basically focusing on making the fashion industry, the denim industry, more sustainable. And she's going to be talking to some of you about that experience. This is Koos. He is from the Red Cross. I told you about him. He leads the Missing Maps team, and he's going to be working on mapping out catastrophe zones with you. We have a representative from Akzo Nobel. She's a sustainability leader in her company, and she therefore also has a lot to say about how she encourages and supports the company in stepping away from linear thinking and engaging in more circular thinking when it comes to the business process for Akzo Nobel, when it comes to engaging with stakeholders, etc., etc. So she's going to talk to you about that. We have somebody coming in from the Slow Food Youth Network. He has published books about good food. So good food that's been produced in a safe way, but also in a sustainable way. And he's going to talk to you about that. We have Ali, who is the founder or co-founder of e-coffee cups. Some of the cups that the teachers have been given are actually produced by her company. And she's going to tell you all about what inspired her to make that move. Sophie is somebody who represents the Smart Freight Center. So she is developing more sustainable solutions towards the logistics sector. So how can we go to a zero emissions practice? We have somebody from the chocolate makers coming in. They produce chocolate using beans from the Congo, using beans from Peru and the Dominican Republic, and they control every single step in the production process, so they can make sure that it is actually done in a sustainable fashion. And he's going to tell you a little bit more about that. And then we have somebody from the World Wildlife Fund, Nathalie Houtman, who is a marine scientist, and she also has her own consultancy set up. All right. Yvonne Vermeulen also is engaged in the fashion industry and developing more sustainable practices there, because as most of you might know, the fashion industry, and especially the denim industry, is the most polluting industry in the world. So she's going to talk to you about that. And we have somebody from food tech, Hanneke Verhelst. She works at Syngenta, and they basically do seed breeding, and they develop crop protection solutions for farmers. And so she's very much engaged in the food tech part of sustainable business. Wouter works for GoodUp, which is a social enterprise. And what GoodUp does is it supports other startups to do their work in a sustainable way, and also with the output that they create, reach more sustainable targets. So have a positive impact on the development of the local, the global community. When you come back here at 1 o'clock, I'll tell you all about this in detail. The material that you need for the business case is also already uploaded on ManageBack, so you can find it there. If you would like to read through that before actually meeting your guest speaker, so that you know what sort of things to look for, what things you might be using in the business case, so that you know what to take notes on, then that is very much advised. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to use everything that you know and can do already to see if you can identify a problem in Hilversum that requires a sustainable solution. it could focus on different things, on the natural environment, it could focus on transport, logistics, it could focus on consumption of different goods, it can focus on food, it can focus on housing, it can focus on anything basically. When you identify that problem in your team, you have to research what the causes of the problem are, if there are already known solutions that were applied elsewhere to solve the problem, and then design a tailor-made solution for Hilversum itself. And you're going to convince your stakeholders of the effectiveness and feasibility of that solution by recording a pitch. So you're going to be delivering a pitch. Last but not least, I hope you enjoy, and I hope you have 2 fantastic days in the school. And,